Good evening, beloved of my heart. I come to you tonight from a place of complete, unconditional love for all life, all animals, all plants, all stones, everything. My whole heart is in love with all of life. My dearly beloveds, tonight, many nights, my heart has been great with sadness. Long, long ago, the human beings upon this earth plane had great respect, and there was a great unity among the animals, the rocks, the trees, the insects, everything. There was a oneness. Much has happened since that time, my dear ones. Somehow that got lost. I'm not going to judge here. I'm only observing. There is no need to judge. We have judged and we have judged and we have hated and we have hated. And now we come back to love. Love is the way home. And so now, my darlings, I turn within to my heart. And I ask my heart, what now? And so I remain. I let go, I release in love. And now I will read to you just a bit from the most beautiful spiritual book that I've ever held within my possession, The Bird Tribes by Ken Carey. Chapter 1, The Bird Tribes. I remember the day when I walked across the open prairie with my head held high and my feathers blowing in the wind. The soldiers saw only my silhouette against the sky. I walked slowly towards them, arms extended from my side, palms facing them in a gesture of peace. I watched the waves of love emanate forth from my hands, as powerful as the love I expressed before and after Golgotha. The soldiers shot me dead. I knew they would, but their children have been brought up on my teachings and have loved my spirit and have understood enough of my creative principles to sail to the moon. Could I have taught them in any other way? When their bullets flew and my feathers blew in the breeze that day, could I have spoken more plainly than the example of my deeds? I have died 1,000,000 deaths and lived as many lives to teach the warrior tribes what they would not learn in any other way. In the end, I am the victor, because the warrior tribes are changing fundamentally, while I am rising again and again, leading them and their kind ever onward toward their destiny among the stars. I lived everywhere, all over the earth. I have memories to draw upon, wherever there were gentle people, through whose lives I knew the land. If I try, I can remember their place, their names, their faces, the streets of their villages, their dances around the autumn fires, when the forest floor smelled of dry leaves and moonlit filtered through the naked trees. But other things I do not have to try to remember, because these things I can never forget. I am those things. I am often the mountain lakes, because these were the last places my people lived before they flew, before they left their human forms and took to the airs of spirit or realms of nature to wait for cycles and changing seasons to bring their time to the world again. I could show you where 500 people lived on the shores of one such lake, yet you might take a glimpse of a human only occasionally, as you might see an otter, beaver, or raccoon. So blended were their ways, and so in harmony with earth and sun and all of life. But the time of which I speak was long before the recent Europeans immigrated here, long even before civilization influence touched Olmec or Mayan heart. Our cultures were pacific then in this undiscovered world between troubled Asians and wearing European tribes. Your records speak little of the Americas, because until recently our cultures here did not create history. Our ways were simple, our troubles, until about 2,500 years ago, were few. Only a few of our consciousness have dressed in human form these 25 centuries now past. Yet when we did, we could not distinguish you could not distinguish us from the others. We did not fight. When I put on my headdress and rode my horse across the prairies, I was teaching. I was not fighting. I taught with feather-shafted arrows and landscapes that cradled the sunlight in 1,000 sacred meanings. I drew the cavalry to the prettiest valleys to drink from the streams most likely to give them the truth, so that their children would grow up in the hills near those streams and eat the corn and summer squash that would teach them the wisdom their tribes have forgotten. So now, precious hearts, I will stop here and pause for a little bit of reflection. In this great sadness that many of us feel about the disrespect that has grown for all the animal kingdom, let us glean a higher understanding of our dear Cecil, the lion of Africa. This beautiful soul existed here for what, a brief period of time. But, dear ones, his soul is so much more. And in his dying, he will save many lives. He, like the Christ, paid the price for all For you see, dear ones, if they are all gone, we all die with them. We are all connected. And that is the truth that I want to convey so much within my heart to all of you. I love you so much. If you only knew how much I love you. I just can't express it. There's no words to express to you how much I love you all. And with that, dear ones, I bid you a wonderful and beautiful healing evening. Namaste. So much love for all of you, for all of life. Thank you, dear Cecil, for giving yours for us.